Good afternoon. Time for another Mike's Moment. As you can see, we got a bit of a winter wonderland going on. Some traffic is moving. You hear some trucks going by, but we want to talk about driving in the snow. When should you drive in the snow? The answer is hopefully never. Unless your job requires you to be there, you know, you work at the hospital, you work at the grocery store, you got to be there. Okay, well, they've been very, very careful. But here's how it can impact you. If you're driving and you think you're being really, really safe, 20 miles under the speed limit, whatever, but you hit some ice and you think it's not your fault, well, it is. That's the way it's going to work out. Because as your car slides off the road and it hits something else, whether it's a ditch, a board fence, a parked car, hopefully not a car that has people in it, you're going to open up one of three claims, one of three coverages, or multiple. And that is, number one, collision. That's what fixes your car. And if you have a collision claim, that's automatically going to be an at-fault accident. Number two is property damage liability. That's for whatever you hit, whether it's the fence, mailbox, a parked car, a building, whatever. You cause damage to a third party's property, property damage liability on your auto, automatic at-fault accident. And then, hopefully not, the worst is bodily injury. You know, you cause injury to somebody else, bodily injury liability, automatic at-fault accident. Any of these is going to make your future rate increase. So another question we frequently get when the snowstorm hits is, what happens, what's going to cover my car if a tree limb falls on it? Well, that's going to be covered by your auto insurance if you have comprehensive coverage. And people say, you mean to tell me my neighbor's tree, the limb fell on my car and it's not their responsibility? That is correct. It's wherever it lands, that's the responsible party. And that a lot of times people think that doesn't seem fair, but think if it's not a limb falling off an icy tree, but you know, a tornado had come through, or derecho, and a limb came off a tree a quarter mile away and then flew into your car. Do you really want to be responsible for figuring out what tree it came from? So in the absence of negligence on your neighbor, you know, if he had a dead tree that he knew was dead and didn't deal with it, that's another situation. That's rare, but it can happen. But otherwise, to have your car covered, it's going to be through comprehensive coverage if a tree limb or tree falls on the car. It is not covered by your homeowner policy, because a lot of times people call and they go, hey, I got liability only on my car, but I want to cover this on my homeowner policy. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. So in order to cover a falling object on your car, you got to have comprehensive coverage. If you have a question about any of your policies, want to know how this can impact future premiums or anything like that, please give us a call. Mike Arnold Agency, 434-295-2692, or you can reach us online, mikearnoldagency.com. We're going to answer your questions, give you good information so we can make sure that you're fully protected, your current assets, your future income, and we'll get to know you and your account so you can make good decisions. Thank you, and stay safe and stay warm.